What's up, everyone? How's it going? This is Zach Caney, also probably more well known as BWF Breakpoint Wrestling Fed. And well, this is my first time going over my opinions on some things wrestling figure related here with the figure reveals from Wrestlemania Weekend. I'm going to give you my thoughts on all the stuff that was shown. All the stuff I'm showing here is stuff that I myself really liked and want to get. So let's start it off first with the Ultimate Edition. Cody Rhodes. Now this figure looks great. The jacket, the head sculpts. This is an automatic get if I see it in stores. I know I like to normally be an in-store kind of person. So if I see this guy in stores, it's an automatic get for me. And then next, we are looking at the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens Ultimates here. And oh my, they look awesome too. The Sami Zayn looks great. I know the KO I have to automatically get. He is in the Fed already. Sami, I don't know. It's an iffy. I don't have him in the Fed yet, but we will see on that. But the KO, if I see it in stores, that has to be a must cop. The pricing is still a lot higher than my budget says, but if I see him, I might have to cop him, especially with this Seth freaking Rollins. This is a unique freaking figure. I mean, I love all the Seth Rollins, dude. All the gears, everything is a must cop every time for me, even though Seth hasn't been in the Fed very much recently based off stories and injuries, storylines and stuff. But yeah, this figure is incredible. So definitely a must cop. The Ultimates altogether are all been great at WrestleMania Weekend, along with the Gunther, the Ring General. Oh man, if I see that one, it's a must cop as well. I definitely have plans for him. Hopefully one day. I still haven't even seen the Elite Gunther yet, so either one of those I see, definitely a must cop. Let's move on to a huge fan favorite for a lot of people. Shout out to MDT, who has one of the best John Cena collections there is. This Ultimate John Cena looks amazing, and he even came out in this gear at WrestleMania, so this is a really awesome figure. We'll move on here. The LA Knight, the Elite, is a definite get just based on his fan appeal and everything for your Fed. If you don't bring in LA Knight, you're doing something wrong. And then the women's figures, they're getting better and better every single time. This Bayley looks incredible. This is the best Bayley figure, I think, of all time. Definitely a must get. Definitely an improvement over what I have. So yeah, this Bayley's sick. Speaking of sick women's figures, this Rhea Ripley is a must get. It looks incredible all the way around. The Dirty Dom and the Damian Priest look great too. A lot of people are saying that Damian Priest was their best head scan reveal. The Finn Balor's a little iffy on me, but it's a must get if you want to finish that set. To continue with the women's figures, they are doing amazing work now. This is so much a bigger improvement from her previous figures. This is her best figure I think I've seen. But let's talk about the men again. Cody Rhodes. I have not seen or gotten a Cody Rhodes Elite, and just based off articulation alone, it's might have to be a must get if I see it. But let's talk about a toy, one of those sets that are like $50. The monster trucks, all that kind of stuff. They're iffy. I'm like, they're cool. This one is super cool. This is the best place that I think I've seen. Definitely a must get. And speaking of must get, Sandman, both the normal and the chase. I want to do a hardcore division someday in the Fed, and Sandman would be great in these figures look awesome. Let's move on. The Ricochet, I think this is the first time I've ever seen a cloth vest, so definitely cool. His last figure was pretty awesome. This figure looks freaking awesome as well. And speaking of more cloth goods here, this dude right here, no idea who it is, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I just wanted to feature here just based off his gear, his look and everything. It's a pretty sick figure, and yeah, I just wanted to show it off here. Another guy that's not really in the Fed, and I don't really know if I will ever have him in the Fed. The Bloodline War Games Sami Zayn looks great. All the new Sami Zayn figures have been really awesome, I think. Speaking of the War Games, though, the Kevin Owens, like I said, definitely a big part of the Fed, being a part of the Elite, and this figure is really unique. Definitely a figure you might want to get just to have that unique, different look of Kevin Owens. And these two right here, I'm just going off what I took pictures of, not really in specific order. But Imperium, both these guys, if you get the Walter, you gotta get these guys to match with them. And a lot of people want Imperium in their Fed, and getting these guys are the must. The only reason I picture these guys and not the other two is because I want that Harley Race NWA title. I want to finish the Dustin Rhodes story someday, and I need that NWA title to do it. So yeah, that's the only reason they're in here. The Dudley Boys, the t-shirt would be awesome to just have. I want a more modern one. I want those Voltic, the ringside exclusive ones, of the updated articulation and everything. I want to get those, but these are awesome. Some figures I never thought would have elites. These guys, it's just super unique. Their head scans, everything looks awesome with these figures. The cloth goods. I mean, if I see them and I got the money, it might have to cop them, but they're not a guarantee. This is these packing things, the big packs. The figures look incredible. I'd love to have all the cloth goods and the figures, but I mean, those $80 price points or more are just crazy when you just want like a few figures out of it, and it's just not on my budget. There's just been a few basics that I'm interested in. This Cody Rhodes is really interesting. It's a different look, a different backstage look for Cody with the sweatshirt, with this logo. Another basic that we've seen G Natty made into Elite, or whoever G Natty's customizer is. And this looks great. The Elites, the Ultimates, the basics, my God, all looking great. So are the Elites of Seth Rollins. And this one, the gear looks incredible, but the title, dude, the brand new world title in this one, and you gotta automatically get this. And another thing, the suited figures, man, they are 100% must get. You want to have those backstage promos, you want to have those promo gears, and you definitely want to get this one. It's an awesome figure. Back to the Ultimates here. Like I said, this is not in any certain order. It's just random from what day to day that I saw. In this Batista, the original looks great, and I definitely want to do something with Batista, so getting this one just to have that other gear. And once again, a suited body. Once again, the Shawn Michaels just alone, just to get this suit articulation is key. The basic suited bodies are garbage. They do what they're good for, but getting these ones would be way better. More packs. Like I said, I only want like one figure out of this, and it's probably the Stone Cold, but the shirts and everything are cool. You get different looks of everyone, so if you want those different looks, definitely this to get. Back with the Ultimates. Another Ultimate. This is the best taker, I think. Hands down the best taker. And if I want to use I want to use a more modern Undertaker, but man, I definitely want to use this maybe one day. But we're speaking of Seth Rollins title. You get the brand new Roman Reigns title, Universal title here. But man, that head sculpt is not it. He looks like the chin dude from Very Odd Parents. But yeah, let's move on to some better head sculpts here. These guys, Pretty Deadly looks amazing. I'm not a big fan of them, but dude, these figures look exactly like them. Everything, they're just great, awesome figures, and more awesome figures the whole weekend with a bunch of great reveals. The Pete Dunne, the Butch, whatever they're going to be called on the package, looks great. A lot of people are using Pete Dunne in their Fed, so getting a new one will definitely help out. And then another new torso, new head sculpt. Austin Theory looks awesome. So yeah, this is a super sweet figure. Definitely new stuff on it, and I think that's an awesome head sculpt. And then these guys were kind of a surprise. Did not think we'd get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, just come on. This alone, the mask alone is worth getting. This gear, just a special like pay-per-view type gear you'd bring out, and it's a sick ass figure. The Ray is a little it's just like any other Ray, looks like any other Ray on it. But hey, if you want to get the complete set, if you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan, you definitely, and a wrestling fan, you gotta get the whole set, dude. But this Roman dude, this is like final boss type crap. I think he has like face paint on. It just looks like something Roman would actually wear, maybe, like the shoulder pads and everything. This is a sick main event level pick fed entrance gear. One thing I wish they did do was make Big E as the third, as the other Ninja Turtle, so you'd have the whole New Day. That would have been sick. But I mean, the Xavier Woods looks awesome. The Kofi Kingston looks really dope too, and they'll be cool little tag team gear to wear with them if you have them as a tag team instead. So the head sculpt looks good, and the gear looks sick as well. But yeah, I would definitely rather had Big E instead of Seth Rollins here. But man, this is a unique wrestling gear. The Ghostbusters were not really wrestling gears. You can use this Seth Rollins gear in a match and it would make sense. So yeah, with Xavier Woods still, we got some render images here. One of his better head scans, I think. I don't know if I'll ever get this one. The gear looks sick and stuff, but I normally like it in the New Day match, so I doubt I'll ever get this. Let's go with another render here of Becky Lynch here. I love Becky. She's getting a huge push in my Fed, so just to have a different look and a different gear is a must get. And if you want to finish the Judgment Day here, the first time in the line figure here, I mean, it looks pretty good. It's not a bad figure. Definitely, if you want to finish that whole set, the whole group, you definitely want to get this. Or if you just want him in general, the first time ever Elite, definitely want to get it. And then the Seth Rollins dude, they're always amazing. The gears recently have been great. The formula has been perfect. I just don't know what to say, dude. The Seth Rollins are freaking awesome. Another figure that's freaking awesome. This figure is great. His Ultimate looks great too, but I doubt I'll ever get this because in my Fed, I like to be more realistic with guys that can actually wrestle still and are still alive. So I doubt we'll ever get this figure. A figure that I definitely would like to get, like I said earlier, the women figures have really improved, and this looks freaking awesome. This Tiffany Stratton is sick, and I think she's going to be awesome in some Feds. I know women's are going to be a big inspiration to a lot of people to add. But let's talk about some mid-card guys probably. Carlito, a modern day one. Oh, come on, dude. This is just sick as hell. Awesome. I don't know if I'll ever use him big time in the Fed, but awesome. Another awesome figure I might not ever use is the Jey Uso main event. Figure looks great. The gear looks great. But like I said, it's just, I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever use this figure. And it doesn't even have the tattoo, so who knows? This is another figure that's iffy. I mean, the head sculpt looks freaking awesome. Definitely love the braids and stuff. And it's just the cool figures and all. But I mean, I got the Usos and I got the Usos I wanted. So these gray out ones, I mean, the head sculpt looks sick. And to get the full Kabuki Warriors in the Fed with double jointed arm and everything, I definitely want to get the other ones, the Ultimate Asuka and stuff. They really get better ones. But yeah, another figure I don't have it in the Fed or any figure of is R-Truth. And once again, if you want to finish the Judgment Day, you want to get this modern R-Truth to finish that. And definitely a unique figure, definitely awesome. I mean, all the figures are unique, dude. They look great. But the final boss, hopefully they have the updated tattoo on it. Hopefully we get the Royal WrestleMania gear, so we got that updated tattoo, most updated Rock, so that's going to be awesome. Another render of Logan Paul here. I mean, it's just really copy and paste of his gears. All his gears look the same. Yeah, if you don't have a Logan Paul, this is definitely a must get for your first ever Logan Paul. I know I just said I don't really like to get guys that are dead or not going to be or not alive, but just to have the Dusty and the whole Rhodes family in your collection will be cool. So definitely something to get and add to your Fed. Not to your Fed, or your collection. But to add to your Fed, Dirty Dom, the mask, the gear, the interest jacket from WrestleMania last year looks really awesome. And Ultimates alone are a must get, I think, if you have the budget. A lot of people don't really like the mask on this guy, but I mean, it looks pretty awesome. Have a modern Ray and Ultimate Edition, looks freaking great. I like it, and you can just do an easy head swap with like a red mask, and it would work perfectly fine. Another Ultimate a lot of people are probably really excited about is the LA Knight. A lot of LA Knight coming out recently with his newest Elite, and then another Elite, and now the Ultimate being showed. You gotta have LA Knight, yeah, in your Fed. So definitely is a must cop the Ultimate if you want to skip on the Elites and the basics, or get them all so you have a lot of different looks, which I really think you should. If you're going to push some guy, you want to have him look different every match, maybe. Another guy that really the only reason I want to get this is because his ultimate's so great, and just to have a bunch of different gears of his would be really good in your Fed and in my Fed. So definitely getting this gear would be sick. I don't know if I'll ever get it though. Another ultimate, Damian Priest, dude. Like, I know a few people that push Damian Priest pretty well that would love to have this figure. It's going to come with the briefcase, this entrance gear, the head sculpts. I think there's going to be a sick-ass figure. One that's kind of surprising, a young, great Muda. I mean, come on, dude. This is pretty sick. I know I said not going to use him, but it's just a really cool figure I wanted to mention. I know a lot of people are going to get this figure and put on some bangers with him. The fire things are just really cool, I thought. The fire extinguisher, I doubt I'll ever get this figure, but having the flaming arm sleeve and the fire on the post things, just really cool. Another figure, like, come on, the Shawn Michaels with the double jointed arms, updated Shawn Michaels. Ooh, he's one guy that probably won't wrestle it anytime soon, like a Triple H and stuff. But yeah, he's someone I want to have in the Fed. But let's end it off with like the last big reviews. The CM Punk pipe bomb. Oh, I mean, I don't really like to order on Ringside and online because of the shipping and all that, and then the figure's like super expensive. But come on, you got to get this double jointed CM Punk. It looks great. I know a lot of people are hating on Punk from AEW side of fans. But yeah, these figures all look amazing. His first ever. And they're actually going to put the tattoos on his legs and his arms, I'm guessing. But I don't know. Who knows? But this is the first ever CM Punk WWE match. I know I didn't really like basics, but I mean, they're a lot better nowadays. And this gear is really going to be sought after, the Bret Hart gear. I wanted to feature all the CM Punks because the basics have gotten a lot better, and you're gonna have all updated head scans too. Like, come on, dude. The reveals this WrestleMania weekend have been freaking awesome. Here with the return CM Punk as well, that head scan, really good, really freaking good. I know I'm not gonna order this one because, like I said, I don't really like to order online. I don't really have the budget. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. That is my thoughts and opinions on all the reveals that happened over WrestleMania weekend. If you like this kind of stuff, if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, comment down below and tell me you like this content from me. If you want to hear more opinions on my wrestling or figures, please let me know. Leave me a follow on all these other social medias. And thank you and bye.